live on 2K Sports. All eyes on this contest tonight, Doris, as these two squads duke it out for playoff positioning.
Brian, good teams know who their competition is. And when that happens, even in a regular season game, the quality of competition and the intensity gets immediately ramped up. And guess who gets to benefit from that? You and I.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the center position. Now here's Irving. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three ball to go.
Kyrie Irving is capable of going shot for shot.
And here's Suggs. Driving in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. The first free throw is good.
Despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Now here's Irving. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Magic. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Carter. Stolen by Gafford. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Now Wagner. He had 25 points in his last game. Banchero outside. Shoots over Davis. Banchero no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Davis can't hit. Here's Orlando. Their last encounter in Orlando.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
And he gets the bucket.
I mean, 6'10", about 250, Banchero imposing his will inside.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Okay, thanks, Allie. And it's Wagner missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Carter. Caldwell-Pope with it. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Now let's see which squads have been making a real impact with their shot blocking. The real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Magic.
This is not the team you want to challenge at the rim. They're the best team in the league at blocking shots.
That free throw, no good.
Jalen Suggs gets a ton of attention for his offensive skill set, and that's appropriate. But let's remember, he can be imposing defensively.
Good on the second one. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
You have got to be a low mistake team in today's NBA, because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Now here's Suggs. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Banchero's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick-and-roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
The 3 from Thompson. Orlando with the rebound. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Suggs, no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Washington, right side. 56 seconds left to play in the first. Count it. Good. The Magic have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Banchero. And here's Wagner. Tipped away. Thompson finds Irving. Here's Gafford, and stolen by Banchero. Carter, a screen on Irving. The 3 from Banchero. The shot won't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Magic. They lead by a bucket. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Magic here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Here's Irving. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Anthony. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Banchero. Then it's Goga Batadze, and it's Black in at the point. And it's Irving missing. Orlando leading. Banchero in the post. Marshall's there. Banchero passes to Isaac. There's the 3. Rebounded by Marshall.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
That gives them the lead. Dinwiddie's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, rise and fire on the catch. Spencer Dinwiddie ready for action.
Here's Anthony. Drilled from 11 feet out. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Outside Irving. They get the rebound. Lively. Oh, misses the dunk.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Anthony misses. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Nifty move! And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know, when Spencer Dinwiddie is attacking, he gets these kinds of calls. Simple as that.
So for Dallas, Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. And it's Thompson in for Christie. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Isaac. Anthony outside. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And another miss by Orlando.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And stolen by Anthony. Over Thompson. Orlando again missing. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
Well, this is a point guard who can flat get off the floor. Dinwiddie using his vertical to his advantage.
All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, BA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Now here's Thompson. He's scoreless. Launches it. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Klay Thompson is not about to let a three go unanswered. Big-time shot.
A different look for Dallas. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Marshall. Washington comes in for Dinwiddie. And Williams is subbed in for Irving. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Down low. And he throws it down with one hand.
I tell you, don't be surprised when Franz Wagner gets up above the rim and finishes. This guy loves to attack the basket.
Washington outside. Here's Davis. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now here's Wagner. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. And there's a 3-second violation. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Klay Thompson.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And the Magic making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Now here's Davis. He's coming off a 40-point game against Memphis.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Here's Suggs. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. There's 49 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Orlando with another.
And Jalen Suggs getting right to his sweet spot. You want to give me the mid-range, Jay? I'm taking it.
Williams passes to Gafford. 27 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Isaac. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends.
So he gets them both.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter. It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Shoots. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hi folks, it's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
A look here now at the Magic. They're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Thompson out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Davis. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound by Carter.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Carroll passes to Suggs. For the lead. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. And Davis has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Thompson left side. Back to Davis. And Davis gets double teamed. And stolen by Banchero. Wagner on the wing. Checked by Davis. And it's Wagner missing. Dallas is shooting just 37% in the game. Davis finds Irving. The 3 from Washington. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds in the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Davis. Easy 2 for AD.
You talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. AD is towards the top of that list.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Yet to see a basket. Carter, a screen on Thompson. Thompson against Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. Carter, good.
Have to give Wendell Carter Jr. tremendous credit for developing that range shooting. Nicely done.
Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Thompson. Fires the 3. Oh, killer play, the answer.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Banchero outside. Launches it from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Now here's Banchero. Give him 8 points now. Carter, a screen on Davis. They grab their own miss. Wagner for 3. He can't get that one to fall. The Mavericks leading. Outside Davis. Oh, there's Anthony Davis going up top.
And you love how effortless Davis makes this look. Rising up for an alley-oop like it's nothing.
Orlando has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for Dallas, Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. And it's Dinwiddie in for Irving. 1:19 left in the third. Wagner up top. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Wagner's got 6.
That's a big-time finish by Franz Wagner. Might be young, but he is undeterred.
To the middle. Here's Thompson. Clay busting it up inside.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
There's 42 seconds left in the third. Here's Black. No points yet. No good on the 3. Here's Dinwiddie. Thompson outside. Misses the 3.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Now Wagner. 6 points for him. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
The third quarter comes to a close. Dallas on top. They lead by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. We've got Paolo Banchero. Goga Bitadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Cole Anthony, and it's Black in at the point guard position. Anthony with a bucket.
I love it when guards are willing to get on the inside and go ahead and make plays. Cole Anthony, a scorer by nature.
Now here's Irving. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Bitadze. Bitadze's got 4 rebounds now. Isaac finds Anthony. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
Dinwiddie against Anthony. Lively passes to Marshall. Back to Lively. Here's Christie. Irving with it. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot from outside the arc. Orlando grabs the miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's Banchero. Banchero from close range.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Outside Irving. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Banchero. Lively grabs the miss. Here's Christie. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Marshall. Irving for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Anthony Davis comes in for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Dinwiddie. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And Suggs is subbed in for Black. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Irving, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Thompson, no good.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Washington against Wagner. Goes up from the top of the key and right on target.
Don't you love that a young player like Franz Wagner so willing to deliver in the clutch? Wow.
Here's Irving. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in the game. Van Caro outside. Pass to Suggs. Minute 32 left in the game. Now here's Wagner. Over Washington. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
But you go back to the fundamentals. Franz Wagner calls for the screen and gets himself some space.
Here's Irving. And no good. The dry spell continues. Here's Van Caro. Davis with a rebound. Dallas has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Pass to Irving. Takes it inside. Over Carter. And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Kyrie Irving. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Suggs. Davis on the double team. Outside Carter. Van Caro against Davis. To the paint. And Washington over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. Van Caro passes to Suggs. Clock at 2. And another miss by Orlando.
I'm still a bit confused as to why he shot it from that distance.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Continues Caldwell Pope. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
Now a timeout called by Dallas. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Dallas. They're trailing by 8. All right, guys, what do you think?
Now, it's an opportunity for a teaching moment. I'm sure Coach will waste no time making his points.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Davis misses. Orlando takes the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson.